are now listening. You are now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
I'm never going to emotionally recover from last night. Last night was emotionally draining, and it was physically draining too because I was exhausted.
It was long.
I was tired, and it was a long pay-per-view.
But it was a good pay-per-view.
Good pay-per-view. Great pay-per-view, actually. Yeah, no, for real. Like this pay-per-view, I think they hit on everything. Everything there was like perfect.
Yeah, almost. Well, there was probably a couple things they could have done.
I thought it was great.
I mean, who really cares about the Chris Jericho match?
It was a good match.
And then well, we'll go talk
about
it.
Listen.
You'll see what I gotta say about something.
Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. Of course, we are back, but never ready to bring you our review of AEW WrestleDream. Of course, this is recorded on Sunday, the day after, or basically same day, because that thing ended like at freaking 12 something.
Yeah, exactly.
Same day of
early
freaking of the end. Yeah, it was long pay-per-view. But yeah, of course, your host Eric and Elvis, ready to bring you, of course, this review. Super excited. Of course, this pay-per-view was an absolute banger, I think. AEW definitely did their thing with this freaking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They responded really well to the pay-per-view last week.
And then the next one is Full Gear.
Full Gear.
Pretty sure that's going to be fire. It's in November.
Yeah. And well, before that, we have, what the hell is it called from WWE? Crown Jewel, right?
Well, Crown Jewel's like in a couple weeks already.
Yeah. We have Crown Jewel in a couple weeks. But
probably mid-pay-per-view.
We'll see. But yeah, of course, this week of wrestling was
really good.
It was good.
WWE was good too, but I don't even know if we're going to talk about it because nothing too important really happened. It was just the fallout from what was it? What the hell?
Full Blood. From
Bad Blood. It was fallout from Bad Blood. So
it was a good
Raw
fallout.
Raw and SmackDown were good. It's just nothing too major to really talk about, especially when we got this long AEW pay-per-view to talk about.
No, for real. There was a lot of stuff that happened on
Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso. They were on SmackDown.
Yeah.
He told Roman Reigns they need help. He knows somebody.
Yeah. And then
Roman Reigns says no yeet. Yeah.
Yeah. So we know that's going to happen eventually. That's going to be a freaking bang when they
yeah, because they get destroyed at the end of the show by the Bloodline.
Yeah.
And Jimmy tells me, you see, we need help.
Yeah. But other than that, there wasn't really anything major. Gunther beat Sami Zayn on Raw, and then he had to stare down with Cody. That's it.
Yeah, Seth, like when CM Punk said, CM Punk's kind of complimenting retirement almost.
He's not going to retire.
Obviously, I'm just saying, but he's saying he's hurt. He doesn't know what's next for him, but Seth Rollins comes out and gives him a stare down. That's something for the future, obviously, because they never actually did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a couple little things here and there. They were good shows, though, but not major to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about with AEW WrestleDream.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just get directly into that. Of course, as you know, if you listen to this podcast, we do not cover the pre-show because who cares about the pre-show? Anyways, yeah, regular show, main show, of course, started off with Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. Of course, this match was because Hangman is the one that took out Jay White, got him injured, took him out a while ago. A couple weeks ago, Jay White and Hangman had a little brawl. Had another brawl on.
Took out Juice Robinson, remember too?
Yeah, Heyman took out Juice Robinson in a pretty good match too. So yeah, this match was of course a bloodbath match that they just basically had to have. Wasn't any blood though, but it was still a banger of a freaking match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah, great match. It ended with like what Heyman was trying to hit the buckshot lariat, and he got reversed into a switchblade, which was freaking fire. That was crazy. And Jay White ended up picking up the win, celebrated with Juice Robinson afterwards. That was great. That was freaking...
Yeah, I'm happy for Jay White. He's memory. Isn't that like his first match back? Or
technically, yeah. So his first match back since his injury. I'm just happy that he won. I'm not sure what the heck this leads to, though. Because, like, Jay White, I think he's... Obviously, like, I'm pretty sure everybody knows this. He is good enough to go after the world title.
I mean, he's already had it. He is good enough.
He never had the title.
Didn't he have the title with the feud? The feud with MJF?
No, he carried it around.
I mean, no, he carried it around.
He carried it around and act like he was champion, but he never won.
Anyways, he looked like a champion there, and
he does look like a champion. He is. He's championship caliber.
Definitely championship material.
And Hangman too. Like I don't know. Like Hangman. He's been on a freaking roll other than this match, so I don't really think he's lost that much momentum.
I mean, yeah, he just had that huge win over Swerve.
Yeah. So I think where he goes from this, I'm not sure. But in terms of Jay White, please push him. Just push him. Like he deserves it. He just came back from an injury. He had a great freaking match against Hangman.
Only thing is, state of the title. We're gonna talk about it later, but
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around the title, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But moving on from this match, of course, Jay White wins. I hope he goes on to go after a title of some sort sooner rather than later. We'll see. Of course, we had Willow versus Mariah May, and this was an absolute banger match too.
Women's World Championship.
Yeah. Mariah May is a freaking beast, and Willow, we always talk about Willow.
Yeah,
She's
Willow
great.
actually brought it.
Yeah.
A lot of times she was close.
Yeah, Willow was good, but Mariah May showed out this freaking match. She looked great, and I love when heels win clean.
Yes, she won clean. Yeah. Exactly.
Mariah May won. She won clean. If there's one thing that I can say that AEW does better than WWE is having heels win clean.
Because the heels, they don't always need interference or to cheat.
Yeah.
It happened later on in the match.
Well, think about it like this. Like, freaking, was it Liv Morgan? Big fan of Liv Morgan. She's never defended the title and won clean. Never, not even once.
It's always by distraction.
Even when she was a face, she never won clean.
Well, I just think it's because she's so small. It's not realistic to have her beat anybody clean.
Yeah,
I mean, it kind of makes sense a little bit.
But like Mariah May, she's kind of small. But
it's true. And Willow, she's strong.
Yeah, Willow's strong as hell.
She's a good wrestler.
Yeah, so exactly. Willow's a freaking beast wrestler. So I don't know. Like Mariah May won clean. It was a freaking beast of a freaking elbow, and that was it. It's kind of like it's like an FU, but it's not. But it was nice. Anyways, great freaking match. I'm happy Mariah May won.
I wonder who's going out there. Is it Mina?
Mina eventually is gonna turn on her. That's gonna be like the big feud that's probably gonna end her title run, but we'll see.
Yeah. Also, she wasn't on the card, but they made Mercedes Moné versus Queen Aminata for the TBS title.
That's on Dynamite.
That's on Dynamite.
Yeah, I saw that. So that was cool. But yeah, it was a banger. It had plenty of time to, of course, get over too. So I'm happy they gave more time to the women's division. The women's division in AEW is freaking beast. I put it up there as probably second best to NXT because NXT's women's division is insane. But anyways, moving on from that, we had Jack Perry versus Shibata
for the TNT
for the TNT title. Probably the weakest match on the card.
Yeah, it wasn't a great technical match, and it was kind of an awkward finish.
Yeah, very awkward finish. Jack Perry ended up picking up the win.
He was like getting choked, but I guess he landed on him while he was choking, and they counted the pin, right?
So Jack Perry won, but he didn't win clean. He passed out, but he passed out on top of Shibata, which, of course, ref counted 1, 2, 3 because he was on his shoulders.
Yeah,
and that's how he won.
I don't know if he was actually fully passed out, but I think he was.
No, he was passed out. Remember, he was knocked out.
Oh
out cold for like 5 minutes after the match.
Oh no, wait, it's because I had walked. I went to the bathroom as soon as
he was out cold, and Shibata was like.
But then when I came back, he laid out Shibata with the belt.
Yeah,
Shibata was like arguing with the ref.
Yeah, so of course the aftermath of this match was what made it great, honestly. So after the match, of course, Daniel Garcia came out to stop Jack Perry from basically pummeling Shibata because, of course, Jack Perry is a heel. He's gonna go attack him from behind. That's what he's known for.
Yeah.
Of course, as Jack Perry's getting ready to leave, MJF's music hits. So it's the return of MJF.
Return of MJF.
Super freaking excited about that. He came out. And then he stared down Garcia, which led to Jack Perry hitting Garcia with the TNT title from behind.
Yep.
And then MJF taking advantage of beating the crap out of Daniel Garcia.
He gets the ring, puts it on.
Yeah, gets the ring, puts it on, and then Adam Cole's music hits, which I was dumb excited for.
Yes.
Adam Cole is back as well. Super happy about that. He came out and basically MJF saw that he was not hurt and he ran for his life.
Yeah.
This is where people get mixed opinions about.
I do. I have a mixed opinion about it. I just think it doesn't make any sense. I mean, first of all, remember everything they went through together as best friends?
Yeah.
And then with the devil mask, who's behind it? And the whole freaking time, it was Adam Cole. Remember, he turned on MJF?
Turned on MJF.
He started Undisputed Kingdom, and they pounded MJF, which cost the MJF. But then he lose the title that way? Or Oh, no, wait, he didn't lose the title, but they freaking obviously made him lose, and then he lost his best friend. And MJF was pissed.
Yeah.
So he's the baby face. Then once MJF turns on Garcia, I get it. He's a heel, but I don't think that automatically puts Adam Cole as a baby face.
Yeah.
He's literally the one that turned on MJF.
Yeah, so
it kind of makes no sense
for him to run.
MJF should be the one going after Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Adam Cole ended the friendship and was an asshole the whole time.
Here's my take on this.
No, but I like that I'm happy that he's back
of course.
100%.
I just think I'm saying besides that.
I had to finish that.
Yeah, but besides that point, my take on this is Adam Cole was right about MJF the whole time, because the whole thing with like Adam Cole and Roddy and like all that other stuff with like, you know, United Undisputed Kingdom, whatever the heck you want to call them, was Roddy was telling Adam Cole like he's a snake, he's just gonna turn on you, he's never gonna change, blah blah blah. Adam Cole eventually turns on MJF, and then of course MJF comes back, immediately turns heel because that's exactly who he always was.
Yeah,
I understand like the whole thing about like they should have finished it. I agree with you.
Well, technically they never even started it. Actually, they never even had a match.
They never started it.
After the feud, they had matches before that. I'm talking about after they became best friends, and then he turned them. They never even had a match because of the injury. I get it.
Yeah,
but it's just they kind of just threw the whole storyline away. They kind of forgot they were best friends. I don't know the way they just did it.
No, I think, but
also
it's not done yet. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure like the whole thing with
he's
MJF
still a baby face, and he's not. Also, you were saying
what?
How he told him that he told Adam Cole the whole time he's been telling him that he's a snake, and now MJF he said he proved him right because he did turn on Daniel Garcia, but I just think he doesn't trust anybody no more. That's why. He's I'm never gonna have a best friend anymore, so forget that.
Exactly, but
so it was still Adam Cole's fault.
I'm talking about from AEW's perspective of like why the heck this thing kind of makes sense, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm talking about for the other side basically. The other side is basically like, oh, Adam Cole. It makes sense because MJF was, of course, he's always gonna be a snake. He's always gonna be a heel.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for that. Also, MJF did come back and he took out Adam Cole. Remember, he beat the crap out of Adam Cole.
He just like low blowed him and then
low blowed him and hit his finisher. I know it wasn't really.
It wasn't much.
Crazy,
it was still, it was real quick.
That still happened. I mean, it still happened. So technically, he did take out Adam Cole, quote unquote, sort of. So that I guess that's what they're trying to come from. I don't agree with it.
Adam Cole deserved that though. I don't think it just automatically makes him a babyface. Yeah. However, he's obviously great as a babyface, and I'm still happy they're gonna have this feud now. It's just the other way around. And anyways, I love MJF as a heel more. I'm not saying like I want. I'm just saying from this perspective of the storyline, kind of makes no sense. But I like it better when MJF's the heel.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree. 100%. I agree. I'm saying like
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it kind of it's kind of a little weird. However, we're still gonna have the match. Feud's gonna be great. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not complaining about that.
That's what I'm saying. I agree that it doesn't make any sense. But I also, from the other side, it kind of makes sense as well. Also, MJF as a heel is great. I like Adam Cole as a heel better than the face too, though. That's the problem.
That is true.
Because Adam Cole as a face is kind of like I love Adam Cole.
A little bland.
He's a little bland as a face. As a heel, he has so much like story behind him and stuff.
I mean, at least in the ring, he's still gonna bring it no matter what.
For real.
And then MJF as a heel, well, as a face too, he was still talking crap sometimes on the mic, even as a face.
Yeah. Also, I want to say this for everybody who's saying that Adam Cole's like scrawny and all that stuff. He put on just a bit more muscle, so F you guys. He really did. Just a tiny bit more.
It doesn't even matter. At least he's not a steroid
If you
head.
look, he did put a little bit more muscle. So I'm just going to say that for
he's finally got the little 0.5%.
Yeah,
he got a tiny bit more.
A little bit
tiny bit more.
I mean, he's not where he was in Ring of Honor and stuff, but if you know Adam Cole, he said that when he was like obviously in Ring of Honor, he wasn't big, but he was bigger. He said he wasn't healthy. So like he's healthy.
I mean,
leave him alone.
He's clean. He doesn't take any steroids and
he obviously doesn't take any steroids.
And while he was hurt, he probably couldn't work out as much either.
Yeah. No, he looked a little
but
bit
he's
better.
always been like that.
He still wrestles a little bit more muscle definition in his arms.
But he still wrestles good. Like, who freaking cares?
Yeah, he's
at
still
this
one
point.
of the best
it's not
wrestlers
like
on the freaking planet.
It's not like the 80s. Sorry.
There you go.
It's not like the 80s where everybody was juiced out of their heads and giant. It's not like that anymore.
But anyways,
it's true.
I am happy Adam Cole's back. They are going to start the feud again. Hopefully, we get a better explanation on Dynamite.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Even if we don't, I mean,
yeah,
it's a little confusing, sometimes a little annoying, but either way, they're gonna have a storyline. They're gonna have a feud. We're gonna have a heel MJF. I still love it.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a great storyline. Anyways, moving on from that, we had Will Ospreay versus Takeshita versus Ricochet.
Triple threat.
Oh my god, this match was fire. There was so many freaking like different moves. Were like, what was it like? I think what? There was, I don't know. There's so much to explain. Like Ricochet hit like a drop kick onto Takeshita, which made him hit a freaking DDT on Ospreay.
They just kept on reversing or hitting the same move on each other. It was a bunch of flips. It was just a
banger. It was
just a banger. I can't even.
For the end of the match, Takeshita took out Ricochet with like a modified power driver through a table on the outside, which was crazy. Now once he got back in the ring, he got hit with two.
Sorry, I said Oscutters.
Damn, now you got the freaking word out of my head because you said Oscutter. What the fuck?
What the hell? The hidden blade.
Yeah, hidden blade. There you go. But 2 hidden blades, and then it was gonna be 1, 2. Don Callis got involved, put out the ref. He was gonna hit Ospreay with the screwdriver. Ospreay
So
caught
obviously he's turning on Ospreay.
Yeah, and then he already turned on Ospreay on Dynamite.
Oh yeah, what am I
They
talking
beat the
about?
crap out of him. Yeah. So then of course Kyle Fletcher comes in, takes the screwdriver, and actually hits Will Ospreay, which finally
He
we
turns
get
on him. Yes.
the turn that we all been waiting for. Kyle Fletcher turning on Will Ospreay, and they made it pretty emotional too, which is crazy because Ospreay was looking at him like, "Why would you do this?"
And
That
then
hit with the knee.
hit him with that knee.
Yeah, for
Knocked him out.
Takeshita, 1, 2, 3. Takeshita is now the new international champion.
Happy for Takeshita. I've been saying this for a while.
Dumb happy.
Plus,
for
he actually
Takeshita.
during the match he actually got a lot of cheers. I think the crowd wanted him to win.
I wanted him to win.
He was getting lots of cheers. Like when
Yeah.
he took out, there was points where he took out both Will Ospreay and Ricochet.
Yeah,
and he was getting tons of cheers. But
Well-
this heel turn,
the funny thing is like Takeshita. It's funny because like during the match he was getting double teamed the whole time.
yeah,
So it's like he was kind of playing like the face, but also like
that's
Oh.
probably why too, because
yeah,
he was getting double teamed and then he'll reverse it, and the crowd was cheering. Bro.
yeah. So it was a fun match. But anyways, yeah, Takeshita him with the knee. Takeshita's now the international champion.
Great for him.
Happy for him. The biggest thing that happened was Kyle Fletcher finally turning on Will Ospreay, staying with Don Callis. Afterwards too, Kyle Fletcher picked up Will Ospreay to solidify his heel turn and hit the Tiger Driver on him.
Tiger Driver anyway.
The move that Will Ospreay said he never shouldn't be allowed in the wrestling ring.
Ospreay was holding like his neck and shoulder,
Yeah,
which of course
he was selling the injury,
They're
the
doing
same one
because-
that
yeah.
Bryan Danielson did.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was crazy.
Probably gonna write him off for a couple weeks, maybe,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for
and
sure.
then we're gonna get some great Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis promos.
Yo, I'm happy. Kyle Fletcher looks like a star too. Like he's definitely.
He looks a
looking
little
like
bigger
star.
than I thought. He took off his
No, he's
sweater.
jacked. He's shredded.
I know,
followed
but he
him-
must have had.
I followed him
extra,
on Instagram. Like when he's working out and he gets his pump. That
he
dude's
must have had
shredded.
some extra baby oil or something. Cause this dude.
Nah, he
no
looked good.
Diddy. All right, but
No, obviously no freaking Diddy.
no,
but-
I'm saying because of baby oil.
No, but yeah, of course, happy for Kyle Fletcher. Finally, he's gonna get that big push. Takeshita got the push already. He got the international
Yes,
champion, so I'm happy for that.
both of them.
that's
Will
gonna be-
Ospreay, you're great. Kyle
Yeah.
Fletcher's down as playing because he's obviously gonna get his revenge when he comes back.
Yeah, no, for sure. But
But as of now,
yeah, right. Will Ospreay off for a little while. Why not? For a couple weeks.
I mean, especially if he's holding the edge, I don't think he just returns the next night.
yeah, obviously.
He's gonna have to sell it for a few weeks.
Yeah, but that was a banger. That was freaking. I was super happy for that. Real quickly, the Prince Nana Swerve Strickland promo. Prince Nana still selling. Buy Prince Nana coffee.
Yeah,
Um,
PrinceNanaCoffee.com.
I legit want to try it. Honestly, I kind of want to try it. But yeah, Swerve comes out.
He's medically clear, basically.
I love Swerve. That dude.
Yeah.
He's a freaking beast. He was dripped out too. Like I don't know. His
He's
outfit
always
was fire.
is.
He's always
He's
is.
always is.
But anyways, Swerve came out, said he's clear to wrestle, even though he is still technically a little hurt. But he's going to talk about his future, but then he got interrupted by MJF and
MVP.
sorry, MJF. What the hell?
MVP
Sorry.
is Shelton
MVP
Benjamin.
and Sheldon Benjamin. Obviously MVP saying like you should join me. I've been trying to
talk
contact
business.
you. Swerve giving his flowers to MVP and to Sheldon Benjamin,
Yes.
which is true because Sheldon Benjamin did pave the way a little bit. He was a freaking
Yeah,
beast
exactly.
in the 2000s.
Bro, that Money in the Bank match.
Exactly. Swerve says that he does agrees with some points that MVP was saying about Prince Nana, like how he's not really focused on him, blah blah blah. But Swerve says he doesn't turn his back on family.
Prince on his family. Yep.
Yeah. And then Sheldon was like, "Oh, you must have misread the situation," which I thought this was fire. He was like, "This
Yeah.
wasn't like this wasn't an offer. It's either you're here with us or you're not going to be here at all."
Or you're against us.
Yeah, you're against
yeah,
us.
You're not. Yeah, exactly.
They get pulled apart by
Yeah,
security.
Shelton Benjamin looks huge.
Yo, Shelton Benjamin-
But he stepped up to Swerve.
he's on that AJ Styles medicine.
Yeah, and Randy Orton too. But no, he stepped up to Swerve, and they got pulled apart.
Yeah, they got pulled apart. That was
That's
cool.
obviously going to be maybe a match on Dynamite.
No, for sure. Dynamite, or maybe they just save it. But
I say when they do that match, let's say Swerve wins or something. I say that's when we get Bobby Lashley.
yeah,
The
that's when we
Almighty.
get Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
be
like
nice.
the final boss of that.
the final boss of MVP's thing.
Swerve's gonna be done.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping for like Swerve to like join MVP and stuff because I feel like the Hurt
No, I
Business
thought-
plus Swerve would have been freaking amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's possible it might still happen, but I don't think.
or
it
they
is.
could just still do the Hurt. They can still have the Hurt Business.
Well,
Just,
the Hurt Business is still going to.
but they might have to add somebody else.
regardless.
I don't know if they, because it's just two wrestlers and a manager.
Yeah,
Maybe add one. There's plenty of guys on the roster that need a push.
they want to get another big dude. Get Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes 100%. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
there's plenty of guys on AEW that could use the help too.
And I'm not just saying that because he's a black wrestler, because obviously they like to group together black wrestlers. But I'm just saying somebody who needs a freaking push. And MVP is all about support black wrestlers and all that stuff. That was the whole thing with the whole thing, which is great.
And Swerve even saying like how Shelton Benjamin paved the way
for black wrestlers,
exactly,
which is true. Yeah,
Shelton
Benjamin was one of my
favorites.
Bobby
Lashley too, obviously coming from the army, and then he went there.
Yeah. Fucking Bobby Lashley's like 47 too. He's old.
He's a beast.
Yeah, but I'm dumb excited for this. It's probably gonna be one of my favorite storylines moving on. Of course, the MVP Hurt Business versus Swerve and Prince Nana. But yeah, we can definitely get into the next match now. Right, next match, of course, in AEW WrestleDream was Hologram versus the Beast Mortals. This was probably
wasn't it 2 out of 3 falls?
It was a 2 out of 3 falls match. It was a good match, a good luchador match. Hologram ended up picking up the win.
I didn't really understand the story behind it. It was like from Collision, though, I guess.
No, the storyline was like more so like they teamed up. Afterwards, Beast Mortals beat the crap out of Hologram. They had beef. They've been beating each other up for the past couple of weeks, so they had this 2 out of 3 falls match to settle it. Hologram wins.
That's what I'm saying. It was on Collision, though. I haven't been watching.
You haven't watched Collision?
I mean,
I've been watching, but I know what you mean. Like it's been boring.
Made.
Yeah, it's one of those like storylines. It's just like whatever. I thought it was like a C.
Yeah.
You know, like ABC storylines. That was like a C storyline.
However, Hologram moved to 15-0.
Yeah.
Singles match.
He's gonna be in line for a title shot soon. I don't think he's gonna win. But...
Probably a mid-card title shot, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, Hologram picked up the win. It was a fun match. I will say that it was cool. Anyways, moving on from that, we had Darby Allin versus Brody King. It was a nice video package setting this up of Brody King saying like, "Oh, Darby, you have everything that I want."
And Darby's never
beaten him. It was like 19 matches or something like that.
Well, he threw him in the casket, but he's never pinned him.
Yeah, never pinned him. They had like 19 matches between like AEW and the indie scenes, and Darby Allin's never won. So that was the story behind this. Like basically, Darby saying he needed an opponent. Brody King stepping up saying that he wants everything that Darby has, aka like the fame, like his spot in AEW where he's like one of like the best guys.
Which I think Brody King's a good big guy because like AEW doesn't care about big guys.
Brody King is like one of those rare people in AEW where he is a big guy, but he does get pushed every once in a while, and he does pretty well for himself.
Yeah, but not really pushed though. Like he hasn't even held a mid card title. Like
that's true, but he's been stuck in
House big spots. It's just
he's had like title shots against like world champions and stuff, and they've been pretty good. Like against like Moxley, that was a good match. But anyways, great match. Brody King took over for most of the match, and then of course Darby Allin fashion,
he had a coffin drop onto Brody King like on the steel steps outside.
That was crazy. Yeah,
and they did it again when he went back in the ring.
Exactly. So in Darby Allin fashion, he hit two, 3 major big moves that of course got him to win. Afterwards, they did shake hands, which of course respect between them. That's fine. I like that. I don't like it all the time, but it kind of made sense in this one because like it's not like they hate each other.
And that's Darby Allin's hometown too.
Exactly.
But I would have liked to see Brody King. I want to see him win a big match.
Yeah. So Darby won. I'm not sure what the heck that sets him up because he lost his title match.
Well, doesn't he still going after? Is he not going after? What the hell is? I mean, he just lost his title opportunity to Moxley. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to get that back.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess they're gonna try to rebuild that, but I'm pretty sure Brody could have. I feel like in this match, Brody could have got this win a lot more than Darby.
Probably.
Yeah, because the thing with Darby is like Darby's one of those guys where if he loses, it doesn't really matter.
He's the guy that's gonna get. It doesn't matter.
He's still gonna come back and like eventually get his title shot. Blah blah blah. With like Brody, he's a guy who needs these types of wins. So I feel like he should have won this match. That was the only decision throughout this entire card that I thought was kind of like whatever. I thought it should have been the other way. But other than that, we had the Young Bucks versus Private Party. And a fun match. Wasn't all that, but it was still pretty cool. There was like the first 10 minutes of the match was outside. Before the match even happened, they like brawled out on the stage and stuff, and then eventually they went into the ring. So that was pretty cool. Of course, Young Bucks ended up picking up the win.
Probably looked really sad at the end.
Yeah, they looked pretty upset.
They were like officials holding them, telling them they good. They got like a little standing ovation though.
Yeah, no, I love Private Party. They're freaking great.
Because the whole story was like they've been in AEW for 5 years, and like what have they done? Nothing.
Yeah,
because they beat
the Young Bucks in the first Dynamite ever,
but they haven't done much. That was like they were building it kind of like that.
Yeah, that was the whole storyline. But if you think about it, dude from Private Party was injured for like 2 years, so it's like he's been out for a long time. And then like other than I don't know, like they've both been injured, so it's like they never really had a solidified chance to like go after the titles until now. So this title shot they lost. That's fine, but they can continue off of that. They can build off of that and actually eventually go after it again. I feel like. So I'm happy. I'm happy this match happened. I think the Bucks winning makes sense. My question to you is,
Young Bucks just keep building their resume as like the best tag team ever.
Yeah, but what hell do you think the Bucks go from here? Because in my opinion, I don't think they're gonna lose until like Kenny Omega comes back and eventually teams up with maybe like Hangman again or something like that.
Yeah,
and then they get the titles back. That'd be fire, by the way.
But then you still got the Elite, who are technically AEW. Then you got what the hell Blackpool Combat Club is doing, trying to go against AEW. Maybe they do something like that.
Yeah,
between those two,
that's
pretty
true.
soon.
Yeah, they might. Maybe they go after the titles. I'm not sure. What do you think would it be though? Would it be like Claudio and Pac, or Claudio and Wheeler, or
Claudio and Pac maybe?
Yeah, or Wheeler and Pac. That'd be pretty cool. Actually,
but I think Claudio Claudio can go after a mid card title.
I think Pac should go after a mid card title. If any of them deserve it, it's Pac. Because
Claudio was ROH. Title. He was ROH champion.
Yeah. If any of them deserve it, Pac does for sure.
Wasn't Pac? I could have sworn he was ROH.
No, Pac can go after. Honestly, I can see Pac going after the
anything. I thought Pac had a singles. Didn't he have a international title?
Yeah, he was one of the first, but that was a while ago.
I know, but still, Wheeler's never had a singles title.
I still think Pac deserves it. I could see Pac beating Okada for the Continental title.
Probably, yeah.
That'd be nice. And then Claudio and then Wheeler going after the tag titles with the Bucks. That'd be pretty cool. Or even Pac going after Jack Perry for the freaking TNT title. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind that. I forgot about that whole like elite versus non AEW
Blackpool Combat Club, but they hate AEW. Yeah. And the elite, who are usually, even though they're part of AEW, they always kind of bringing it down too. Yeah, but they can like the one time they're gonna save AEW or try to save it.
Oh, also I don't know. I forgot to mention this during like the whole during the whole Ricochet, Will Ospreay, and Takeshita match. Don Callis was at ringside and he was like on commentary.
Yeah.
And freaking Tony Schiavone asked him like, "Oh, what do you think of the Bucks?" And Don Callis is like, "Oh, I hate the Bucks. I've always hated the Bucks. I've hated them for 8+ years." And then Tony Schiavone goes, "Well, there goes a fine going your way." Yeah. I was really hoping that the Young Bucks were going to announce like, "Oh, like just so you know, it's a $50,000."
Yeah, because they got on the mic before the private party match.
I was really hoping they were going to announce like he got fined or something. That'd be mad funny, but they didn't. But of course, that match was great. Young Bucks won. They retained. Like I said, looks like either Kenny Omega coming back and team with Hangman would be great, but also it would also make sense with the non-AEW guys, aka like Blackpool Combat Club, to go after them. Moving on from that, though, we had Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho for the ROH World Championship match.
I don't know how this was co-main event, though.
That's what I was going to say, too. Why the hell is this the co-main event? Like, is it a good match? Yes. However...
Yeah, it was a good match, actually.
The co-main event should have been the Will Ospreay match, I think.
Looking at the card, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
The Will Ospreay match. Even the women's world title.
Or Willow versus Mariah May.
That was a good match.
My top 3 matches of the night were definitely... One was the main event, because just like the story behind it. 2 was... I think was the
triple threat.
The triple threat, and then 3 was Willow versus Mariah May.
Yeah.
And I can honestly easily change the Willow versus Mariah May and the triple threat if I wanted to, because like they were both great. But yeah, of course, I felt like the women's main event, the women's like title match, whatever you want to call it, definitely should have been the co-main event, but it wasn't. They put Chris Jericho there, and it kind of made no sense.
I don't know.
But anyways,
I don't know what that was about. The cards, who set up?
I don't know. I felt like it made way more sense. But anyways, it was a good match regardless. I think so. It was better than I expected it to be, for sure. Like 100%.
Mark Briscoe won.
Yeah, Mark Briscoe picked up the win. He hit the J driver. The Dre Driller, sorry. The J Driller, which was, of course, his dead brother's finisher.
I mean, obviously, the story on it was like Jericho was trying to become the Nueve. Because he's the Nueve,
because he's the Ocho.
Yeah, he was trying to become the Nueve and want to have another title. And then also, he was also making fun of Jay Briscoe, which is kind of messed up, but...
Yeah. Well, he wasn't technically. He was saying that he was a better wrestler. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was. He wasn't technically making fun of him. He's not on Christian Cage's level. But
by the way, where's Chris? Yeah, he should have been on the card too.
Yeah, but Christian Cage still has that any opportunity shot title thing. I thought that he might do it now, but I guess it makes sense why.
Yeah, but and then still, why is he gonna do it with John Moxley if they're both heels?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I think he's gonna wait. But anyways, or he just he gets it on the TNT title or something like that, even though Jack Perry owns it, because he loves that TNT title. But anyways, yeah, it was a good match. Mark Briscoe won. It was fun, fine, cool.
Yeah, if you think about it, all the titles, the singles titles, TNT, International, and then the AEW World, all heels.
Yeah, and the Continental.
Oh yeah, that shows that everybody's a heel.
Every single champion right now is a heel. The world.
The women's.
Yeah, the women's too.
And the
tags,
TBS and the TBS.
Yeah, and the trios.
Everybody's a heel. That's
all the champions in AEW are heels. We just
except for Mark Briscoe, who's ROH. That's the only one, and that's ROH.
AEW I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yo,
all the champions.
I just thought about that that's why.
That's hilarious.
Everybody's a heel that's champ, so better to be a heel. See?
Yeah, for real. But anyways, the main event time. Of course, it was Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Career versus career in title versus just Jon Moxley, I guess. But yeah, the story behind this match was freaking fantastic. Obviously, they were tag team partners in Blackpool Combat Club. They've known each other for a long time in WWE and in AEW
and the Indies probably
and the Indies as well. Yep. So yeah, there was a lot of story behind this match. Danielson, of course, in his hometown, didn't want to freaking lose. Match was an absolute freaking banger. The amount of knees and elbows and kicks and submission moves, technical moves, and all that stuff.
Also they like pulled out the mat. They were like slamming each other in the concrete.
Yeah, it was cool. Moxley, honestly, I think he controlled most of the match.
He had help. What's her name again? I always forget.
I forget her name.
Camille is no.
It starts with a K.
Isn't it Camille?
I think.
But
so.
Anyways, she
got kicked out though.
Yeah, but she's always helping Moxley.
Yeah, she was beating the crap out of.
She's like the security for Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, but of course, banger of a match. It ended kind of. I don't know. Like it was out of nowhere, but then again, it wasn't. Moxley, of course, choked out Bryan Danielson in the middle of the ring. Danielson fought for this choke for, I guess, it seemed like 5 minutes, but it was probably shorter. But yeah, of course, choked him out. Match is over. The ref is in shock. The crowd is silent. They're in shock. Danielson's last match ever. I was in shock. I was freaking
they didn't even
sad.
play Jon Moxley's music. It was just quiet.
It was just dead silent. Yeah, and even Moxley, like he bowed down. Celebrate. Yeah, he bowed down to Danielson, but then, and I thought like, oh, like respect. No, it wasn't respect at all.
Fuck that.
It was not respect at all. And then you have the rest of Blackpool Combat Club, if they're even called that anymore. They come out and hand Moxley the bag. He's about to, of course, suffocate. Yeah, they took. Yeah, that's another big thing I want to talk about. Moxley didn't even raise the title. Didn't show it off. He put it in a black bag, in a black duffel bag that Claudio was holding, because obviously they're in defiance of AEW. I thought that was great because
they come out with a title, or they just exit or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like they're gonna have like a new title design, maybe.
I don't know.
I hope not.
Maybe not. They're probably just gonna carry around that bag.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I thought it was great.
Hostile
takeover from Moxley. As I said, that at the end of the match, the rest of Blackpool Combat Club came out. They were going to suffocate Moxley. But then Wheeler Yulia comes out and Darby Allin come out to help.
But then
Wheeler turns on Bryan Danielson, hits the knee, running knee on Darby. The rest of Blackpool Combat Club come in. Wheeler is the one that chokes out, suffocates Bryan Danielson, like also telling him like just give up, please.
Yeah, and then they put like don't they put like the chair?
Yeah. Well, he seemed conflicted. Like Wheeler, even with his words and stuff, he was very conflicted about what he was doing, but he still did it.
Probably being forced to.
Yeah. Private Party came out. They tried to help. They got beat up by the rest of Blackpool Combat Club. Security came out. They got beat up by the rest of Blackpool Combat Club. The entire time they're beating the crap out of Danielson. They put a chair around his neck, and Claudio stomps on it.
Broke his neck.
Basically breaking his neck, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Darby and everybody was laid out. They were like taped to like the freaking the rope, so they couldn't even get out. And then of course Moxley and Blackpool Combat Club flee through the crowd with the title in the duffel bag. They never showed it off, never nothing like that. The crowd is stunned. The wrestlers are like they're like sad, looking on at Bryan Danielson as he gets carried out, gets put on a stretcher, which was really freaking sad. It was a very sad moment for AEW because it seemed like they finally did it. They took over. They have our title. They took out our number one guy.
They retired.
Number one guy.
They retired the champ. They took the title from AEW.
Yeah. Well, here's
they got no respect for the company.
Yeah. So this was my question to you, because there's a couple of questions that come out of this. My number one question, obviously, is: do you think Bryan Danielson truly is retired, or is he going to go back to WWE, or is he going to come back eventually? Like, what do you think is going to happen there?
I don't know, because if they did all that, usually when a tire match, the guy gets a standing ovation, they walk off. They don't get destroyed like that in the end.
Yeah.
There's got to be something coming out of this.
There has to be.
He's got to be like, no, you know what? One more or I don't know. Or he's gonna take a very long break,
That's what I think is
and
going to
then
happen.
come back to get Moxley.
Yeah. So my thing on this is I think it's going to be an extremely long break for Bryan Danielson. I don't think he's going to return anytime soon. I feel like
Yeah,
he's
that's what I'm
actually going to
saying.
stay retired. But I think eventually, maybe in like 2 years, hopefully, I'm just me praying.
Well, 2 years is a long time.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's actually going to retire, but I think he's eventually going to come back and just be like one of those extremely rare characters that like only like does like pay-per-view matches.
Or he can do like a backstage type role, manager.
Well, he kind of is a major
No, I
backstage
know.
person
But I'm
already.
talking about
in
on
AEW.
screen.
Oh,
also.
on screen.
Because obviously backstage nobody sees him. So on screen managerial role.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing
Adam
with like
Pearce
him
type
retiring
situation.
was he made a promise to his daughter he was going to retire once he hit 7, which I'm pretty sure it's her age now, which is why he did it. But like I said, like with wrestlers, it's always hard because people say they retire, they come back after a couple of years. I think that's what's going to happen with Bryan Danielson.
I'm only questioning it just because of the finish. If he just lost and then he had a standing ovation, that's different. I'm not he retired.
Yeah.
He got destroyed in the end.
Well, you can also think about it like this. Bryan Danielson is a guy who respects the hell out of the business, and he wants to put people over like crazy. That's just what he is.
Probably wanted to put
Love Bryan Danielson. What better way to put over that group
I start that storyline
and starting that crazy ass storyline than completely obliterating Bryan Danielson and having him retire completely, but not only retire because he wants to, but like retire because he has to. Like he's done.
And then this just put over Blackpool Comic Con was like the complete asshole. This makes Christian Cage look like a good guy. Like
no, for
nobody
real.
likes, not even the wrestlers.
Yeah, it's insane.
Nobody's gonna like, and even the Young Bucks who are technically heels, they're probably not gonna like because it's AEW.
Yeah, they're gonna be
They
pissed.
took the title. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
They took the title. It's like the third time I did that. So they got the company's title. They got no respect. They took out their champion who's now retired.
Yeah,
and they just, I don't know. They don't respect the whole company there.
I'm freaking.
I love
depressed.
storylines like the takeover like this. Like if they come on Dynamite.
Well, this is my other question. My other question is Shane McMahon coming out on Dynamite and showing that he's actually the person who's been behind all this?
Yo, exactly. That'd be wild.
Do you think it's gonna happen? I think it might.
And then Tony Khan's gonna have to. He's gonna have to make it on. He's gonna have to have an on-screen persona. Who's like, all right, I'm Team AEW. Tony Khan's not a tough guy.
He's not gonna be Team AEW. He got taken out by freaking the Young Bucks.
I know that's true. I forgot.
Tony Khan does not have Team Shane McMahon.
I don't know if Tony Khan has the acting and stuff for that.
Nah, he doesn't have the acting for that. He couldn't even sell a freaking. he couldn't sell a file driver. That was terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
but
God.
no, Shane McMahon comes out with the Blackpool couple. Well, I don't know if they're called that, but they could still be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
They have the title in the bag. They're like, "This is trash." They burn it. They throw it in the trash can and burn it.
Yeah.
Like if they show that on screen,
that'd be cool.
You're gonna it's gonna be wild.
That'd be cool. But if they do change it completely, they got to bring that back because that's the best looking title I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. But then you're gonna have to have the Young Bucks turn into kind of like babyface because they're gonna try to save their own company. They're freaking EVPs.
The Young Bucks are forever heels. They're assholes.
I know, but the EVPs, they gotta save the company.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, no matter what, they're probably gonna bring some good guys and be like, I know we don't like each other.
Try to get Kenny Omega back,
but we gotta do this for AEW.
Yeah, I think this is my thing too. I think the storyline needs to stay with Moxley as champion. This is his 4th time winning the title, by the way, which is crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Moxley.
Shout out to Moxley. I love Moxley. Also another thing, this is like the best he's looked in a long time. Moxley.
A lot of people who leave, sometimes the careers goes downhill.
Nah,
he's only became a 4-time champ.
Well, also if you count his freaking New Japan, it's probably like 7 or 8.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, moving on. Sorry. I think they should keep this going until Omega's ready to come back, and he can come back and actually take the title off of Moxley. Because who's better to freaking take the title off the guy who's trying to destroy AEW?
The guy who started it.
The guy who started it.
One of the guys.
Kenny Omega.
And then Chris Jericho. I mean, no, I was gonna say not Chris Jericho.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. That's what I was gonna say. Cody Rhodes comes back because he started AEW, but obviously not. But
yeah,
that'd be freaking hilarious.
That'd be insane. But
his contract's over soon. He loses the titles to The Rock, and he goes.
Shut up. All right, but yeah, there was so much stuff that happened on this episode. Pay-per-view. That was crazy. I love this freaking pay-per-view.
I just can't wait to see what happens on Dynamite.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I want to see like a full takeover.
Yeah,
they take over the whole show. They're beating up executives backstage. This is going after everybody.
But yeah, that was WrestleDream. WrestleDream was a freaking absolute banger. Super excited for Dynamite because, like we said,
Storylines came out of
this, and also it could be the potential if we finally find out who's behind the whole thing with the AEW takeover with Jon Moxley and the rest of Blackpool Combat Club. We can see the aftermath of like Hangman and Jay White. There's so much fun stuff that's going to come out of this.
The thing is, I didn't even get to ask, like, why are they even trying to take over? I don't.
Well, that's okay. We're going to find out.
Yeah, they're going to have an explanation.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
They don't like the way it's being run or something.
They said that already. They don't like the way it's being run. They feel like it's been run into the ground by the Young Bucks and all them, so that's why they're doing this. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. Really appreciate all the support that we've been getting. Close to, actually, I think we're already at 200 subscribers, so that's great. We are planning to do something different. Not going to mention anything of it right now, but we are planning to change some things. Whether
probably different from a full podcast episode.
No, we're still going to do podcasts. So I'm talking about something separate on the side.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm not going to mention anything because I want to thoroughly think about it.
Yeah, we just want to.
Yeah, but be prepared for that. It's going to be great. It's going to be funny. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. We really appreciate all the support that we've been getting. We thank you so much for, of course, listening to this episode of the Backseat Wrestler podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Peace.